It's been a grueling journey for athlete Rick Hansen. He has covered so far 4 continents, and despite my saying 24,000 miles earlier, it's really 17,211 miles. He's not finished yet. Almost 18 months ago, Rick set out from his hometown in Canada on a round-the-world odyssey, an odyssey that would take him as far away as China, down to Australia, through Poland, and more than 30 other countries in his wheelchair. His goal, to raise $10 million for spinal cord research and to promote rehabilitation for the disabled through sport. Finally, Rick is on the final push. He's now on his way up the East Coast and then across Canada, back home to his native British Columbia, and he stopped by to visit with us, and we appreciate that. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Brett.
What's been the toughest part? I mean, it seems to me that every inch of it would be difficult.
Well, just making the project happen was, first of all, the biggest achievement of all. If you can imagine trying to get people to believe in an impossible dream of someone in a wheelchair wheeling around the world and for a good cause to help people. So once we started, there were a number of injuries. The second day on the road, I was plagued with tendinitis of the wrist. If you can imagine, I felt like a boxer in the first round, down on the canvas 10 times and still having to go 14 rounds. Psychologically, it was defeating for myself and my crew. Yeah. But we kept on going.
Did you ever come close to saying, hey, I've done 15,000 miles, that's enough, I'll see you around?
Well, when I got to Greece, I was over 10,000 miles, and I was being packed out in a blanket to a hospital. I was had some stomach problems, and at that point I was feeling pretty down, and I didn't know how much further I could continue. But, you know, I really believe strongly in what I'm doing, and I'm not going to quit until I get there.
When I shook hands with you, obviously you had a very strong grip because your arms are very well developed. But I was surprised at how soft your hands are. Now, what kind of a toll has all this taken on your body?
Well, actually, my hands, they have to be the most protected part of my body because they're the tools of my trade. I use gloves, put about a ½ inch of tape on each finger. The rest of my body has been racked with a number of injuries. You could probably write a textbook on injuries of the upper body due to wheelchair touring around the world. Tendinitis, wrist, elbow, shoulders, lower back problems, neck problems, you know.
Most of us, I'm not so proud to say, feel sorry for ourselves on a daily basis. I mean, when you're out there doing your 50 to 60 miles a day and the pain's racking at you, what do you think of?
Basically, what I think of is why I'm doing the project, the people I'm trying to help. I'm thinking of the attitudes we're trying to change as a result of this tour, trying to make people understand that just because you have a handicap doesn't mean you can't go on to reach your goals and dreams in life and be the best you can be. I think of the fact that I've committed my whole life to the project, that as long as I can lift my arms up and put them down again, I'll find a way over that obstacle, around it or under it. You have how many more miles to go now? Still have another 7,000 and about 200 or 900 miles to go.
Does that seem like an eternity to you?
It really does. And you know, in some ways we're so close we can smell the barn, but in other ways we know that it's 9 months of hard pushing. We'll be crossing Canada in the wintertime.
What kind of special outfittings are you going to have to make to your equipment in order to do that?
What we've done is we've developed a 4-wheel drive wheelchair that will allow me to continue the traction in ice and snowy conditions. We have
so it's still manual power?
It's still manual power. I push off the back wheels and it drives the front wheels as well. It's for added traction. We have high technology, lightweight, insulated thermal gear, skin sensors for my feet because I can't feel my feet because of my paralysis. It tells us what the temperatures are.
You figure to be finished when?
We hope to be finished in spring of '87, depending on how severe the winter is.
If I make an invitation, will you accept it to come on?
I'd be honored.
Why don't you come on and join us the morning after?
Thank you.
Okay. Rick, good seeing you. Safe travels.
Great being here.
We're back in just a moment. Here's Willard.